If you're just getting started with Monday.com, this tutorial will walk you through the basics step by step. We'll cover how to create boards, manage tasks, and keep your projects organized even if you're completely new to it. Feel free to use the link in the description below to sign up for your free account and follow along as we go. Okay, so to get started with Monday.com, the first thing that you have to do is to create a workspace. To create a workspace, all you need to do is go to this drop down right here. As you can see, I already have a workspace created. This is just because when you sign up with Monday.com, you're going to be prompted to create your first workspace. But in case you haven't done that, all you need to do is click on this Add Workspace button down here, name your workspace, and then select a privacy. You can either set it to open, where every team member on your account can see and join the workspace, or closed, meaning it's only visible to you. So just click on Add Workspace. Once you've done that, the next step that you need to do is to create a board. Now, essentially, a board is where you put your tasks, you organize everything, and you add statuses and other notes on the boards. So to do that, just click on Add Board over here. Name your new board, and then you'll also need to select a privacy. Next, you're also going to be asked what you're going to be managing on this board. Now, this doesn't really have any impact on the board. Essentially, this just tells Monday.com what to recommend in terms of views, automations, and stuff like that. So for now, we'll leave it as items and click on Create Board. Now that that's done, as you can see, it'll be populated with sample tasks and groups on the board. The second thing that we're going to be talking about are these things. These are called groups. So groups are basically the basic structure of the boards. These are essentially how you will group your tasks depending on your preferences. Normally, if it's like a content creation board, the groups are like the stages or the phases of your specific task. To create a new group, just scroll down all the way to the bottom, click on Add New Group, and then a new group will just be added. You just have to name your group. You can also change the color. We'll leave it as blue for now. And there you have it. You have your new group. You could also rename existing groups simply by clicking on the group title and just changing the name. Alright, so after the groups, we now go down to the tasks. To create a task, you can simply click on New Item here, which if you select the drop down, it'll ask if you want to create a new group of items or import items. But for now, we'll just click on New Item. It'll automatically go to the first group in the list. Just name it task number 1. Now, once you've created the task and you have it named, you can essentially move it to any group that you like. Just simply drag it down and you'll be able to move it to different groups. From here, you can also click on this to add a comment. Just like any other project management system, you can assign it to a specific person. I'll assign it to myself. You could also add a status and add a due date. So speaking of these fields over here, these are called columns. You can customize this as you wish. Now, for example, this person one right here, you could either filter, sort it, duplicate the column, add another column to the right, or you can even change the column type. So right now it's a person, meaning you can select different people that you want to assign it to. I could actually also rename this. Maybe I'd like assign to. That would work as well. As for the status, you could also change this. Just click on this option right here, go to settings, and you can customize the statuses in the column and do all the other things right here. If you want to add another column, just click on this plus icon right here and select whatever column that you want to add. So those are the columns. As you can see, they also apply to everything else, to all the other groups on this specific board. So another great feature of Monday.com is collaboration and team management. So for example, let's take task 1 that we just created right here. First thing that we can do is assign it to a specific person. So you can just add a column for people or a column for assigned to, as I renamed it here. And you can change the person that this is assigned to. You can invite a person directly from here or search someone that is within your organization. Another way to collaborate right here is if you want to add a comment, you can just mention someone. So you could either mention a person by just using the @ or everyone in this board, item, or workspace, and all of them will be notified on their own Monday.com accounts. Either you could ask them to reply to your comment, or if you just want them to read what is on the task. So whenever you mention someone or assign someone a task on Monday.com, they will be notified and it will appear either on their notifications right here or on their inbox or update feed right here. Alright, so now that we've made a board, assigned a task, talked about collaboration, next thing that we're going to talk about is the different views on this board. Right now, this is a table. You can actually add different views by clicking on this icon right here. You could add a Gantt chart, a calendar, Kanban, or any other one that you want to have. Say we're going to add a calendar view, and there you have it. You now have a calendar view of the whole board that you created. Now you can set this as default or pin this view by clicking here and clicking pin view, or you can reorder it so that it's the first one on the list of views. But essentially, you can choose to stick with this if this is the view that you want to manage your projects in. If you just want to see it at a glance, you can move things around from here as well. You can click on separate items to see all of their information. You could also directly add from here by clicking this and just adding a new item. And you have a lot of different settings as well from the settings page right here. You could also filter this view by this option over here, or filter the board by person. Additionally, you can still add more views. So if you want a Kanban view, just select that, and there's now a Kanban view of everything that is on the board. Also, you can move things around, you can customize things, you can even remove like all the column items. You can remove them, you can add more here. It's all up to you and how you want to customize these main views. So now that we have the boards and the views, now the next thing that we're going to do is to create a dashboard. A dashboard essentially is a pulse for the entire workspace that you have. You'll see all the related information that you want to have front and center from the dashboard. To do that, just click on this plus icon right here and click on dashboard. Now just name your dashboard. I'll just name it primary dashboard. And again, you can select main or private as for privacy, and then I'll create the dashboard. Since you've created a dashboard actually within the workspace, it's not connected yet to a specific board. So step one is to connect it. I'm just gonna use the second workspace as my tasks. And now that it's connected, it's just loading the information. You can now add a widget on this dashboard. So there are different widgets that you can add, a chart, numbers, battery, Gantt, or whatever. For this dashboard, we're just going to select a chart for now. And on this chart, you can actually customize this by clicking on this button right here and clicking on settings. Let's get rid of this for now. And you can select the chart type. You can choose the different labels, values, and even customize the look of the specific chart. You can also connect it to a different board if you want to have a widget for a different board. So you can add that there. After that, you can add another one, say numbers. You can edit the title here, a number of tasks. So maybe you want something useful and want to filter it to, say, a specific column, status, color is, say, stuck. So we want to filter it to just the stuck items. We're going to save that, and as you can see, there's only one because there is only one item here that we're stuck on the other board. So if we close this, it'll just say one right here. You can organize this as you like based on your preferences. So if you want something that is front and center, once you open your board, you can see the status of everything. A dashboard is the way to go. So now that we've discussed the organizational structure, the dashboards and everything, another key feature about Monday.com is the automation features. You can easily automate tasks and actions based on the statuses, based on the due date or the person. So just click on the automate menu on the top right, and then you can see all the different automation options that are readily available. So we'll use this template and say when the status changes to working on it, we're going to move the item to the second or maybe the third group. So we'll create this automation. After it's created, it's going to be moved over to the manage section where you can see all your automations. Let's test this for now. So we'll change this done to working on it. Wait for the automation to kick in. It's running. All right, and there you go. The status or the task has been successfully moved to the third group. Now, there are a lot of different automations that you can add. You can start from scratch if you really want a specific automation. Otherwise, a lot of helpful templates are already available. You could also use apps in connecting to your automations to make it more manageable for you. And now that we've talked about all the different techniques and items and dashboards of Monday.com, the last thing that I want to talk about is you actually don't have to start from scratch for Monday.com. You can start from a template. So if you want to start from a template, just click on more over here and click on template center, and it'll take you directly to the template center. From here, you can easily find pre-built templates that will definitely match your business or the kind of project management that you're looking for. So if you have an IT service desk or a social media planner or anything essentially that you need, you can most likely find it on the template center. And there you have it. That's your speedrun beginner's guide overall tutorial to Monday.com project management. Check out the link in the description down below to sign up for your free account and start managing your projects with Monday.com. See you on the next video.